Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Guppy Garage. So today we are going to be talking about a product that I've actually had for probably, I think 6 months now. And I was going to do a video on it a really long time ago, and I never got around to it. But today is the day, and today is the day because Aquarium Co-op is now officially carrying this product on their web store. So it was a lot easier for you guys to get. I will be putting a link below to this product so you can go get it from them. But it is the Ziss Artemia blender. So it is a brine shrimp hatchery. It is a 2-liter brine shrimp hatchery. As you can see, I've got it right here. I am not currently doing any brine shrimp in it, but I'm going to be setting it up on camera for you guys just to see how I do this. So I want to just kind of walk you guys through the setup I actually have on this. So it is the blender here. So it's called a blender, but it's really not a blender. It's just a hatchery system. So I have it hanging on the wall here. Pretty simple way to hang it too. I just took let me see if I can get all my supplies out. There it is. So I just took I think it's a Husky. It's a Milwaukee drill bit, and it's just one of these like sized ones, and I think it goes up to a half inch, and that just drills this hole. And so I drilled the hole so I can actually drill a screw into the back, and then that hangs it on the wall. And that is just a PVC Schedule 40 pipe to pipe connector, and that just hangs this this hatchery perfectly right there. Just set it on and you're done, and now it is on the wall. I definitely needed to hang this though, because if you have it just sitting on the counter like this, there's just not enough room to get this pipe to where you can actually pour your brine shrimp out once they are done hatching. So that is why I hang it up on the wall, so it gives it a little bit more height in order for it to be able to spill out and into a container of your choice, so that you can get the brine shrimp out away from the eggs, because you don't want to put eggs into your tank. You just want to put the hatched brine shrimp so that your fish can eat them. So I absolutely love this. It is an awesome thing. As you can see, I've also done kind of a makeshift lid here. So what this is it's just one of the cheap like 2 sponge filters, and I just jammed the sponge into the top because there is a hole. I don't know if Aquarium Co-op, now that they're selling it with their own branding, well, not their own branding, but they made a couple adjustments to it, if they have a lid on this now. I don't think they do, because there's supposed to be a heater that goes in the middle. I don't need to do a heater because my whole room is heated in the garage here. But absolutely love this. It is an incredible design. But I put a sponge filter in here, and that just helps keep down the droplets that come out, and it actually helps keep the water in there as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set you guys up just for a little bit of a video how I put the salt, the baking soda, and then the eggs in here. Also, I will put a link to the video that I made on this sponge, or on this air pump right here. This is the Aquarium 10. It is just a really small one, but I think it does a great job for this brine shrimp hatchery. I think it does awesome. The Aquarium Co-op USB Nano also will do really well on this, because it is just a small container running air. But you do need an air pump of some kind in order to run this. And also keep in mind, this is a large hatchery. This is 2 liters. So your standard hatchery, like if you get like one of the San Francisco Bay brine shrimp discs, I think is what they're called, that's going to be probably about maybe 2 cups, 3 cups. This is 2 liters. So this is a massive hatchery. So every time I do a hatch of brine shrimp, I end up having a ton of extra. So I end up freezing a ton into little like cubes, and I am going to show you guys what I do with those. We have the cat hanging out with us today too. So I actually use these awesome little silicone ice trays, and these are really great for brine shrimp, because when you're done with the brine shrimp and you want to end up freezing them, this is a really old bag. Mind the freezer burn. I'll probably need to throw this one away. But then you get these little cubes of brine shrimp that are just super easy to pop in like 10-gallon, 20-gallon tanks, and they're not massive ice cubes. So I'll be putting the link for the Amazon affiliate down below, so you guys can go get that as well. But again, let's get over to setting this up so we can get some more brine shrimp into the fish room. Okay, so since I do so much brine shrimp in the fish room usually, I actually have a container here that's just for my brine shrimp supplies. So we've got a pipette, which is really awesome to get like smaller portions out of the live, and you can put those into your tanks. We've got brine shrimp nets, which are really cheap. You can get them anywhere. You can make your own. And I also have like a baster that I got from the dollar store. This is really great to get the brine shrimp out and then put them into those ice cube trays so that you get a really good concentration of baby brine shrimp. And then I also have baking soda and aquarium salt. You can use aquarium salt, you can use like sea salt, you can use whatever you really need in order for that to kind of work for you. And then of course you're also going to need brine shrimp. So I really like the San Francisco Bay brine shrimp eggs, and I just got this in my aquarium box I think 2 months ago. So I'm going to use this little container just so I don't have the box anymore. I can get rid of this. So let's put the salt and the baking soda in here, and then we'll put some of the eggs in, and then we'll get this hatch going. Okay, so while we're doing this, I'm just going to turn off the air pumps because it is pretty loud there next to the camera. So we are not going to be using the instant ocean. We are going to be using just the standard aquarium salt because this is going to be more like what you guys are going to be using for your brine shrimp. So I don't really measure it out. I just pour in a good portion of it. And then for the baking soda, get just a little pinch. And then I throw that in there too. And now you're going to want to turn your pump back on so that you can get some air circulating in there. So bear with me 1 second. It's going to be loud on the camera, I'm sure. So that'll just cycle that. So I'm going to turn these back off actually until we're done and we get the eggs in there. So now we're going to be putting in our eggs. Usually I actually have a bigger bag of this, and I put this in my freezer, and then I will use this for a really long time. I like these little things, but as far as like a large quantity of brine shrimp, this isn't great because it's not really a whole lot of brine shrimp. I like to get a bigger bag and use a lot more of it. So there we go, we've got that. Put all that away. Okay, as you can tell, the brine shrimp is now in there. The eggs are just kind of floating down. And then as soon as we plug in the air pump, it'll start to circulate the salt and the eggs throughout the whole container. The air stone that is inside here is the Ziss Never Clog air stone. It did come with the Brine Shrimp Hatchery, which is awesome. And since I've used it in here, I've ended up buying, I think, 25 of these Ziss air stones for my aquariums, just because I love how well this one works in this. It also comes with a little thermometer, so you can tell how hot your water is, which I don't really need to worry about that, just because my fish room is going to be run at 75 to 78 degrees. So everything stays at that temperature in here. But really awesome brine shrimp hatchery. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how I actually end up harvesting. So a couple different ways to do it. I end up pulling this off like so. And then I'll get like a container like this, which I really like a container like this because it's nice and wide and big. And then at the bottom here, as you can tell, there's this black knob. So once you've hatched all your brine shrimp, you'll end up unscrewing this, and it'll release the valve and let the water run out. And then you'll come in with your net, and you'll go through the water, and then you'll take your syringe of any kind, and then you will suck up whatever you need to. And as you can see, it's in there, and then you will spray it into your ice cube trays. So needless to say, my review on the Ziss Brine Shrimp Hatchery, or the Artemia Blender 2.0L, or whatever their extra letters and numbers and stuff are to it, is very, very good. I really do enjoy this. I like how simple of a design it is as well. I like how it's just all in one. You don't really have to worry too much about multiple different things. I do need to probably adjust this and add another piece of PVC just so that it stays a little bit straighter up. But that doesn't make too much of a difference because I kind of like how it slants a little bit in order to get that water flow a little bit better in there. But Aquarium Co-op has made a couple adjustments where the longer tube in here that runs the air is actually all the way down to the bottom, so you get better circulation. But I haven't really noticed that to be an issue in my fish room, but they're doing probably more mass than me and want more of like a 90 to 100% hatch rate, where I'm fine with any hatch rate really, as long as it's high enough to be able to feed my fish. But all said and done, this is a 5-star product. I would definitely recommend going and purchasing one of these. They are a little bit expensive. They're $45, I believe, on Aquarium Co-op's website. But if you are hatching large amounts of baby brine shrimp and you want to do it in a large quantity and you want to do it often, this is definitely the way to go, because you can set up one and you can get it done and you can do it, and then this will last you like a week. So you just put them all in there, 24 hours, 48 hours later, you'll have your baby brine shrimp, and then you can feed all of your fish. I end up pulling all of them out and I just feed that day the live brine shrimp, and then I'll let them sit in here just with the air going for another maybe 2 days. And then whatever's left, I end up putting, whatever's left, I end up putting into the ice cube trays. I just think that's an awesome way to do it. It definitely makes sure that I have nice, fresh baby brine shrimp. Even if it's frozen, it's still gonna get a lot of the nutrients to the baby fish and the fry that are in the fish room. So again, we're just gonna end with 5-star review. Absolutely love this. Definitely go get yourself one. I will be putting a link to Aquarium Co-op down below where you can go pick up this product. Hope you guys like this review on this product. It is a little bit different than I normally do on the reviews for the fish room here. I do a lot of product reviews, a lot of kind of product testing and experiments and breeding and just general fish care stuff on the channel here. So if you haven't subscribed, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Please be sure to hit that like button. Put your comments down below if you have any. And as always, be sure to spread that guppy love. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.